Hey, what's that I see? Another generic Sword Art Online game? Fractured Daydream time, guys! Hey, guys! Welcome back to Jawon Rule 16. I am your host, Javon, and today we have a brand new benchmark. It's Sword Art Online Fractured Daydream for the PC. And if you've listened to the intro, you know how I feel about this damn type of game. Once again. But hey, I did notice something different. Today we're running this on my Intel Core i3-10105 with the NVIDIA GTX 780 3GB VRAM graphics card. They're running with 32GB DDR4 RAM and dual channel memory, and yeah, it seems to be running at 30 FPS. I see no complaints here. Do you, Kirito? I don't think you do. I don't think you do at all. So once again, with these types of games, for the first, I realized lately with I think the last two games, they've actually had like I think it started with Licorice, where they actually put in the damn settings into the game, which I can change here before I actually have to go, which is amazing. But anyway, running at 1080p low right now just to get a feel for what's happening. We may bump some things up in a bit. Gonna uncap the frame rate. Let's pull that up. Average FPS, and let's see what happens. So we are getting over 70, so that's nice. That's real nice. So it's one of those games. We are using 2.6 GB of VRAM though, so I may have to leave the VRAM. I will have to leave the VRAM on low, but it doesn't mean I can't boost up some other settings, which is always great for me. But yeah, it seems to be running. I mean, what else happens in this game? I see some enemy, I go beat up some enemy, and then I move on with my day, right? Is that how that works? I already cleared it. I did it, guys. It's over. The mission's done. What are we doing here? You know? I feel like this is a tutorial area though, but I don't really think that this game... Oh, enemies. Frame rate is dipping a bit here. We're going into the 70s, low 70s, but it's still playable. Man, the GTX 780 uses so much blasted wattage, it is scary. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this so much. 200 watts is absurd. I need to put a power limit on that. I will put a power limit on that. If you guys are not new to the channel, you'll know I hate seeing my GPU hit 70, anywhere in the 70s actually. But this one, yeah, you know, there ain't much I doing about this one. But it is playable. I'm actually not paying attention to anything they're telling me to do, which is probably a problem. Hey, I guarded that. Okay, so actually 1080p low seems to be legit because once we get into combat it drops down to about 60. We're getting about 70 on average, but the 1% low is at 54. This is running on an SSD by the way, so keep that in mind. I'd say that this 1080p low is probably their best bet for 60 FPS if you wanted it. Now, if you wanted a better experience, maybe you're saying, hey, you know what? I kind of don't mind playing at a lower, lower frame rate just to get it to look a bit better. Let's bump up some settings. Let's turn on some anti-aliasing. Use FSA here. Let's put under high. Let's put shadow quality to medium. Texture quality will stay at low because obviously VRAM limits. Grass density maybe to low as well. And I will leave everything else off, I think. Man, I hate that this doesn't have a preset. Why does this not have presets? Get with the times. Okay. Oh, dear. I can see the improvement. Shadows really does help. So let's uncap again. That looks way better, guys. We're not going to get 60 FPS, but that looks way better. Shadows, I think it basically turned off shadows before, didn't it? I wasn't paying attention to that. It turned off shadows. Oh, I was wondering when I was going to get these abilities. So yeah, you probably could cap this to 30 if you wanted it. But it's probably more so going to be in the 50s here now for this. These are probably your best bets for the settings. We could go a bit higher. If you, like I said, if you only want to go 30, you could go a bit higher. But this is probably going to be your best bet for the game. It looks good. Enough. It's a Sword Art Online game. I ain't complaining. And neither should you. But once again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and stick around for more epic content. It is using 9.3 gigabytes of RAM though. That is something. Which means if you're testing this on integrated graphics, which I will test, it's actually gonna use quite a bit. So keep that in mind. Don't be missing your attacks, dude. Nice! He did! That wasn't the worst thing in the world. Hey, and at least the cutscene's running at 60. Okay, with other party members, even with other party members, this is about to get really intense now. CPU usage, this is not very CPU heavy. This is a 4-core 8-thread CPU. It's doing its job. I can't hit on it. And it's using DirectX 11, so integrated graphics, even the lower end stuff can play this one. I don't hate this. I do not hate this. Look, there's a lot of more enemies on screen now. They're dropping down to the low 40s. Nope, high 40s. Yeah. Even with all that on screen, still over 45 frames. Yeah, this isn't bad. This is not bad. And at this point, my GPU basically has to, like, it's kind of throttling down slightly just to maintain that 80 degrees. But it is handling itself. There is a lot of foliage now because I increased it. We're still getting a respectable frame rate, so I think this is good. Anyway, I'm just going to mute myself now, so enjoy the rest of the gameplay, and I'll see you guys next time.